Actually, the format for both these methods are same, but writing the amount is different. Means which account we have to write. That is different.
Okay, sir.
So okay, this is the format. Now heading will be trial balance of as on. Here it will be serial number, then heads of account, then LF, debit amount, credit amount. So this is the format. We start with serial number here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. We write the name of accounts. And we write the amount. Now you have to decide that on which side the account will go. So debit or credit, whatever the side is, you'll write all the balance. Then at the end, you will calculate total. Now total should be.
Okay, sir. Okay. And no, I remember this. Actually, you teased us, but like we didn't try this in our notebook.
So this is the format. Now write this.
Okay.
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Done?
So can you scroll down? Done, sir.
Okay. Now we have to decide that which account will be debited and which account will be credited. Okay. So debit side and credit side. So it will be, first of all, opening a stock. If the stock is given in the quotient and date is also given with the stock, like beginning date, then it will be called opening stock. And if the stock is given and date is closing, like 31st March or 31st December, then it is closing a stock. So if opening stock is given, it will be on the debit side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then purchase any expenses, assets. So these things will be on the debit side. Now, expenses can be of different name like salary, wages, rent, uh, discount allowed, interest paid. So these things can be on the debit side, will be on the debit side because expenses is to be written on the debit side. Same with the assets. There can be different type of assets like furniture, machinery, land, building. So these things will be on the debit side. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the credit side item. This is sales, any income, liabilities, and capital. These are four items on the credit side. Now, there are some other items which is related to these one. So you can easily understand that, but I'm writing here so that there will be no confusion. Sales will be on the credit side, but sales return will be on the debit side. And this sales return is also called return inward. In the same manner,
Okay.
purchases on the debit side, so purchase return will be on the credit side. And this return is called return outward. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, drawing will be on the debit side. If depreciation is given, then it will be on the debit side. So these are the items that we have to write on the debit side. Please write these. After that, we will discuss a portion. Okay, GST.
Then
Okay. So first, before solving a question, let me give you some detail and tell me which one is which account. Okay. Now tell me which account is will be debited or credited.
like, sir, I know like what will come in assets and all kind of idea, but like what will come on the debit side and credit side?
Yes, what will come on the debit side? What credit side?
How to know that? Like, how do we know that?
That's what I have written. The debit and credit side items. Just before this question, I have given you a format and then the debit and credit side item list.
Yes, yes, yes. I wrote that right. Opening stock, purchase, expenses, assets, sales, return inward, drawing, depreciation, and input GST will be on debit side, and on credit side, sales, income, liabilities, capital, purchase, return outward, and output GST will be on the credit side.
You have to tell me one by one about this question.
Sir, furniture will be on the debit side.
Yes.
Then return outward. Uh, sorry, return outward will be on the credit side, and carriage inward. I guess it will be on the debit side. Sales, sales will be on the credit side. Purchase will be on the debit side. Land and building, debit side. Salary will be on. Salary will be on, I guess, the credit side, I guess.
Okay.
And then printing. Printing. It's printing, right?
Yes, printing.
Uh, I guess it will be on debit side.
Okay, can you repeat the second and third item?
The return outward and carriage inward.
Yes.
So return outward will be on like credit side, and this one carriage inward will be on debit side.
Do you understand what is carriage inward?
I guess it's some item. I've heard in school also, but I don't know exactly. Carriage.
Okay, so how you said that it will go on the debit side?
No, I said return outward will be on credit.
Okay, return outward is on credit. That's why carriage inward is on the debit side.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं. Carriage inward I said because like it's like kind of same to it's
Okay,
like kind
what
of
if
same to the
I
name
write
itself, right?
carriage outward?
Carriage outward will be it will be on credit side. I
That's
think
an
so.
incorrect answer.
That's what?
Incorrect.
Oh,
So
okay.
your answer is on the basis of return outward. That return outward is on the credit side. That's why carriage inward
No,
will
my
be.
answer was on the basis of like return inward. I thought like return inward is on debit side. That's why I said carriage inward might be also on debit side.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Huh.
So return outward and carriage inward. So you have seen the common word and you decided the side. Yes.
I,
So that's not the correct way.
yes, sir.
You have to see the nature of items. Return outward is return. First of all, return outward is purchase return. That's why it is credited. Purchase is debited and purchase return is credited. Again, uh, the return inward is sales return. So sales is credited. That's why sales return is debited.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
carriage inward and outward both are expenses. And I have told you that expenses will be on the debit side.
So, sir, I told right carriage inward will be on the debit side.
You told me that carriage inward is on the debit side, but your method is incorrect. The answer is not important. You'll see different type of items, and if your basis is incorrect, then you will give the incorrect answer, like you have done in carriage outward case.
Okay.
So carriage inward is your answer was correct, but the basis is not.
Hmm. Then capital will be on like capital will be on credit side, creditors on credit, and debtors on debit side.
Debtors will be on the debit side and creditors will be on the credit side.
No,
Again,
no,
you're
no. Sorry. It's opposite. It's the opposite. Creditors will be on the debit side, and debtors will be on the credit side.
no. You are just making huge mistake. You are taking the words. The answer is creditors will be on the credit side, debtors will be on the debit side.
Oh,
Your first answer was correct, but your answer basis was incorrect because you are seeing just word. Now, what is creditors? What is debtors? You don't try to understand the what it means.
creditors are those like what do you say? Creditors are those whom an enterprise has to pay an amount because they provided them the amount like before for some.
Creditors means we
Perfect.
have to pay some amount to someone. It is a liability, and liability will be on the credit side as per the list I have given you.
Yes.
So you have to see the nature of items. You are saying only word.
Yes.
Debtors means that we have sold goods to someone on credit basis, and now we have to receive amount. So that is debtors. So debtor is
Yes.
asset for us. That's why it is debited. It is not like that. Debtors spelling is start with D and ends with R. That's why it will be debited. It is not like that.
No. Not really.
So first thing is you have to choose the you have to select nature of items. You have to find out that, and after finding out the information, then you can write the
Yes. So
debit
what is
credit.
this like printing?
Yes.
What is printing?
Printing means actually printing and stationery is a different expenses where you purchase some of the stationery items or you expense money on printing some document.
Okay. So it will be on debit side, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now write one note. Note number one, that closing stock is not no, debit or credit side of trial balance. Inside the trial balance. Okay. So closing stock will not be shown inside the trial balance, but opening stock will be on the debit side. Okay. There is note number two.
Mm, yes.
The second item is cost of goods sold formula I have told you in previous class. Yes.
What's the
Cost of goods sold information.
cost of what, sir? I cannot hear you properly.
Cost of goods sold.
Of what?
What of what?
No, like, what's your question?
What is cost of goods sold?
Which goods, sir?
Yes, this one, cost of goods sold.
Sir, I'm not like getting what you're trying to ask me.
I have written Cost of goods sold.
Okay.
So what does it mean?
Like, what is the cost of the amount of goods which we have sold? So, what is the actual cost of that goods?
Yes. Actually, the word which we use is cost of goods sold. Okay. It is a
Okay.
single word, not like you can
No, no,
say
like you just say cost of goods sold. That's why I wasn't able to understand.
cost of goods sold. Now tell me what is the meaning of cost of goods sold?
Then I told it right just now.
Yes,
I told it right just now.
that's it.
No, I said like it's the amount of like the goods sold. Like at what amount which we
There
have
was
sold.
a formula.
There what, sir?
There was a formula.
Um,
Not remember.
no, sir. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
ये
write
सब
these
कब
two
कराया
formula
आपने?
first.
तो सर wait ये सब कब कराया आपने? Adjusted purchase, direct expense, finance. नहीं
Previous
sir,
class. In
we did
previous
not
class.
do this.
This is your class, 31st July.
What? सर कब कराया आपने? मैं I was probably sleeping then.
So in class you were sleeping. That's very
No,
good.
I said that in sarcasm, but I seriously did not notice. I'm not lying. I might have not noticed.
Then you are not focusing in class.
अरे सर क्या बताऊं?
And that's the big issue. If you are sleeping, it is very small thing. But if you are not sleeping and then you are not focusing, then it is the big issue.
Yes, sir.
Write this down.
Okay. So this one also adjusted purchase.
Yes.
So should I write this like adjusted purchase also?
Yes.
I asked like should I write this adjusted purchase also?
Yes, I am saying yes. You have to write it.
Okay. 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 Done, sir.
Okay, there was a note. Yes, this one, the first one. Write this note.
Like closing stock will not be shown inside this one.
Yes,
Okay.
the first one only.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, now one thing that is very important for you to remember, that if in any question cost of goods sold or adjusted purchase is given, can you repeat my sentence? Hello?
Oh, sorry, my mic was on mute. Yeah. What were you asking, sir?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that you have to repeat what I just said. Your mic is on mute. It means you listened, but you didn't tell me. So just repeat what I said.
So you were saying like if in a question I get like cost of goods sold and adjusted purchase, till here I heard, and after that like, you
After that,
started asking. You started asking right in between.
yes, I said that if cost of goods sold or adjusted purchase is given in the question, then you don't have to write opening stock and purchase on the debit side.
Okay.
Can you repeat?
So you said that like if in a question cost of goods sold and adjusted price are given,
Adjusted
then we
purchase,
yeah, sorry, adjusted purchase are given, then we don't need to write purchase on the debit side.
opening stock and purchase on the debit side.
Yeah, opening stock and purchase on the debit side.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So opening stock and purchase will not be written, and closing stock will be written on the debit side.
Okay. Opening stock and purchase will not be written on the debit side, and closing stock will be written on the debit.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if cost of goods sold and adjusted purchase. Now the question is why we are doing this. Why, if cost of goods sold is given, adjusted purchase is given, then we are not writing opening a stock and purchase on the debit side, but we are writing closing a stock on the debit side. Because closing a stock, you can see in first note, closing a stock is not to be shown in inside the trial balance. But when cost of goods sold is given, then closing stock will be shown on the debit side.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so the sentence is if cost of goods sold or adjusted purchase is given, then opening stock and purchase will not be shown. Not be shown on the debit side is the trial balance and closing stock will be shown or will be written on the debit side along with cost of goods sold or adjusted purchase. Write this one. Done?
One minute, sir. 1 minute. Done, sir.
Okay. So now I will give you some question related to trial balance because only one thing you have to understand that find the nature of each item and write the amount accordingly. Okay. So I will give you the question. You have to prepare the list and write the amount as per the nature of the item, like
Sir,
assets, liabilities, income,
okay.
expenses.
Yes. So can you give the question as homework like on the Learnivio app?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you'll receive the message from our team and you have to solve it and also upload it on in one PDF